What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Before we get going, if you haven't done so already, if you could hit the subscribe button for me, if you could like the video for me as well, and if you could put any comments in that you want to make, feel absolutely free. It all helps with the algorithm and getting the video out there to various people, and a lot of support over the last couple of videos. So yes, I am going through the same topic again. We are talking about Archie Gray. Tottenham have, well, it's now all confirmed. Tottenham deal until 2030, depending on who you listen to, depending on who's listening to what reporting and how it's going and everything and so on and so forth. If you listen to the Tottenham side, it's 25 mil plus Joe Rodon, which makes it 35 mil. If you listen to Leeds, it's 40 mil with us paying 10 million for Joe Rodon, which is more about people saving face than anything else, really, to be honest with you. Today has been a stark reasoning as to why, I kind of said a similar thing yesterday, but as to why I absolutely detest the transfer window and everything that goes with it. I don't know what it is about the transfer window, but it just turns people into absolute berks. It's the right way for me. It's the only way that I can comprehend it in my head. It just turns people into absolute weirdos, because you've got all these weird in-the-know people, all these weird people that start rumours, that start conspiracy theories, that start conjecture and everything else that goes with it. So it's just inherently frustrating, and particularly where Leeds are concerned, our fans seem to want to have this ability to just be in the dumps about absolutely everything, that everybody's out to get us, that the owners don't care about the club, that everybody just the usual kind of stuff. Some of it, yes, has a certain scintilla of truth to it. Never thought I'd get that word in, but some of it is all bollocks and rubbish, and it's tiring, it's draining. At the end of the day, the Archie Gray deal is done. If it wasn't this season, it would have been next season. If it's been done as a way of strengthening our position in terms of Somerville, and I said this yesterday, in terms of Somerville and Nonto, fair. If it's been done in terms of, because for PSNR, fine. I just find myself just getting increasingly worn down by it. He's gone. It's gone. Nothing's going to change that. Nothing's going to make it any different. The sun will still rise tomorrow. It will still rain. It will still be ridiculously cold, even though it is summer. The grass will still be green. The sky will still be blue. Nothing in that aspect is going to change. He's sold. He's moved on. Getting Rodon softens it quite a lot. And, you know, I've said it before, and I will maintain to say it. I don't agree with the sale of Gray. I, as a fan, wanted to see him progress with Leeds. I wanted to see him just become the player that we all know that he's going to be, but I wanted to see him do it at Leeds. Unfortunately, we're a championship club, and the realisation is that we are not... We don't have that type of strength when something else comes knocking. And, you know, as well, in terms of, for Gray, his new contract that he signed had a release clause in it. Now, whether or not he agreed to that or the club forced it on him, he had a release clause in his contract. You're not getting away from that fact. It is what it is. And we really, really, really need to take the sentiment out of it. Like I said, I understand how people feel with regards to one of our own and everything and stuff like that, but we need to get rid of that sentiment. And just the other bits and pieces that I'm finding, just people saying stuff like he was definitely forced out, he was told that not to report back for training, he was told that if he didn't accept the deal from Tottenham, that he wouldn't be playing for Leeds ever again. And I just find it strange that would be the case. Listen, I'm not saying that in football there aren't dark arts that go on, but at the end of the day, That's why we have, agents. That's why we have the players and everything. Look at Willie Gnonto. We all didn't agree with it and thought he was an absolute brat, but he went on strike basically last season because his agent told him to. There's no way that any agent worth their salt would allow something like that to happen. And listen, the big thing for me at the end of the day, nobody, and I mean this with the best will in the world, nobody knows 100% what is happening. Nobody is in the know, realistically, unless you're inside of the club. Now, do I think that the club need to explain themselves a little bit? Absolutely, yes, 100%, because it doesn't sit well with everybody. It doesn't sit well with me. However, people that like to speculate on stuff, I mean, you've had people like Ornstein, Jacobs, Graham Smith, is it Kinsella, I think he's called, the London journalist? They've all been jumping through hoops. Joe Tiffany is another one. Jumping through hoops and changing their stories ad infinitum to fit in with the agenda. And then you've got people starting rumours that people then think are absolutely true. And then because you throw enough mud or you throw enough shit at a wall, some of it is going to stick eventually. Some of it is going to be, born out to be true, because if you spread enough bullshit, then it's just draining. He's gone. Can we be annoyed about it? Absolutely. Are we happy that Joe Rodon's coming in? Yeah, of course we are. Also, as a matter of note, let's get the speculation going now. I see O'Hare has left Coventry. Could he rock up at Leeds? We'll have to wait and see. It'd be nice if he did. But I just find it galling. And it's difficult, I know, because we're fans, and being a fan of a club, it's slightly different, and particularly when it's your own club, it's the same thing. Although I have enjoyed watching Brentford fanzines tie themselves in knots over the past couple of days because of stuff that they've said, and then it coming back to kick them in the arse. I also hope it turns out that it's true that out of hand, Rodon rejected Ipswich because he wanted to come to Leeds. I mean, again, conjecture, but they're saying that he absolutely loves it here and he wants to stay at Leeds. So that Stroik Rodon partnership is going to be immense next season, I do have to say. But just this is why I hate transfer, and this is why I like stuff to get done in the dark a little bit. So we just basically find out when something's happening or potentially happening, rather than it being this long, drawn-out process. And, I wish Archie the best of luck. I am, genuinely gutted that he's gone. I wish that he could have stayed. It does pose questions with regards to Somerville and Gnonto and Meslier as well. What's going to happen with those guys? Does it mean that we're now stronger? And I said this yesterday in terms of being able to knock back offers or turn around and say to them, look, you've got to pay us the bucks or they're not going. And maybe that then forces Gnonto and Somerville's hand to actually put in a transfer request. I don't know. Like I said, it's all speculation, and I'm sorry. It's all speculation and conjecture. My computer keeps making noises because I keep getting emails and stuff. Just speculation on stuff, and it just does my head in. I'll be glad when the transfer season is over. It's just frightfully galling. But done, dusted. Archie's gone. Who else is being looked at as well? Kamara is being looked at. Cresswell, Toulouse. That's all gone tits up as well because they couldn't agree personal terms. So God knows what's going to happen with that one. And again, you've got people online going, well, maybe, people are quite right with regards to his attitude a little bit. I think personally had a lot more to do with his dad spouting off on social media last season as to why he wasn't included in the squad as much. So, again, that's my opinion. That's not me saying what I think is absolutely right. Just, I'm glad that the Archie situation is done and dusted, and hopefully we can start to move on. The club do need to come out and make a little bit of a response and kind of give us a bit of a steer as to what the plan is. And we take it from there, I guess. At the end of the day, we have to remember, whilst yes, they are just the custodians to the castle, for want of a better phrase. This is a business, and it's a business model. We just have to get over it and get on with it. I mean, you just look at the absolute farce that PSNR is, with Newcastle and Chelsea effectively trading players between themselves to keep within the rules. You know, Manchester United's new director of football, Dan Ashworth, that's being part and parcel of PSNR. How the hell is a director of football part of profit and sustainability? How? It makes no sense to me whatsoever at all. I'll just be glad when the football's back on and we can concentrate on talking about conspiracy theories, about why all of our games are being televised, about how the league's just out to get us, about how we only ever get shit refs, and the rest of it. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please click the like button. If you've not done so already, please subscribe, comment all your bits and pieces down below. It's just me having a rant more than anything, so I apologise for that. And as ever, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.